Hey everyone, in today's Apex Reserve build, we're expanding the zoo by designing a custom brown bear habitat from the ground up, with natural terrain, water features, and an immersive viewing area. Plus, we're adding a custom reptile exhibit. So get comfortable, maybe grab a drink, and enjoy today's build. Alright, so we are back in the Apex Reserve. Looking forward to today's episode. Trying some more things out, just like we did with the saltwater crocodile in the last episode. Made a few changes off camera and after the episode. Made it look a little bit more official. Added the plaster walls around the walkway over here. I think it really completes the whole look, as well as just some more foliage around the area. Let's see what that looks like in ground level. We go down this way. Yeah, they just love this area, but not the biggest fan of this side, which, I mean, it's kind of surprising, because I would 100% be over here like these guys are. But yeah, just filled it in a little bit more, added some hedges. Like I said, the plaster walls, I think it just looks so much better. They're so still, like frozen. Look at them, just chilling. They're so cool. And he's so large. I know those are one of the babies, and then these are the females, I believe. I don't think the juveniles have matured yet. But the male is huge. I forgot how big these guys are. But we are going to continue on and build the next habitat right about here. I think I'm going to make the path come through the middle, so that it continues on. We'll have to find a way to make that look really nice, and I might just be better off trying to line this up, to be honest. I don't know if I can do that because it's kind of hard to terraform when the path is already in. Let's see what we can do about that. Flatten to foundation, get a large size. So if I can take this one over. Okay, yeah, not too bad. I thought it was going to be a little bit harder. Kind of covered up one of those trees, though. Okay. Yeah, so this whole map, going with the sculpted map, definitely makes things a little bit harder. But if you can think of a workaround or sculpt as you go, it's very doable. So if we can have the walkway just continue on that way maybe, and then build our next habitat right about here. I'm gonna try to make a proper backstage area for the enclosure. Hope we can get that done. Be my first time trying that. And let's just go ahead, put this short grass in here. Okay. So that is pretty lifted, huh? Let's see how that works for us. Now we've been using, what is this? I don't think it's a rustic. Totally forgot what path we've been using. Let's see. Is it rustic? No. Do you guys remember? I might have to go back into one of my episodes. It's not the stone path. Oh, stone slate path, yes. Okay, so we'll get it to be a little bit wider. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. If we do that, will it... Yeah, that's what I thought it would do. So I wonder if that's going to be a problem for us. Oops. So what do we have here? This is a decent amount of space. Have a staff path maybe this way, or continue on the just normal path for even guests to come around this way might be an option. Let's go ahead and make a quick makeshift backstage area. Just trying to see if I can get a staff this way. Not staff, but path. Will that be okay? It's not gonna be a very large path though. Why is that? Is it because of flattened terrain? Yes. I'll delete this as I go on. Did we have another offspring? That's cool. Yep, these guys are new. Ramalan and Mawar. I think Mawar was here before, right? I can't remember. Look at you moving fast. You're so happy. So proud. You're getting up there on your age too. Enrichment. It does look like you guys are missing some things here, so let's go ahead and take care of that. Where's your food, actually? Got one right there. You're missing some water. Not the greatest, you know, when it comes to super organized, but this was a experiment for us. And to be honest, there's so much possible in the game after doing this now. Just getting a little bit more comfortable with the building style because of it. Did that not go in there? And the one right over here. Nice. Alright. Go ahead and get this one going over here. So we're gonna need construction. And what wall do we go for? Last time I believe we went with the kind of scratched up cement brick wall, I believe. Breeze brick, yes. This time I'm thinking a little bit more rustic, or wood rustic. Would that be a way to say that? I think that'll look pretty cool for our next carnivore. Log panels are a little too much. Could be nice, actually. Yeah, I do like this, actually. Are we? Can we change the color? No. That's fine. The color is still not too bad. Now, do I maybe place this right here? You'll have it on the inside? Yeah. Got some floatage there. We'll have to fix that. Doesn't have to be the largest back room. Over here, we kind of need those bay window doors type of situation. Use these ones? Yeah. Perfect. And over here, get a door in. I think we should probably get the door over here. It's just gonna bother me, that terrain. We're gonna fix that right now. Nice, okay. Just have to make sure. This felt wrong that the building was floating. Didn't seem right. Right. So over here will basically be staff entrance. This will be quite the large habitat, which I think we're gonna need, to be honest. Is that pretty large enough for what I'm thinking? Let's hope so. Go ahead and take this down a little bit. Yeah. So I'm gonna build up the inside and then we'll add the roof in the end. Now, I believe if I set this to align to grid, it will connect. We'll get the asphalt, or do we do... Since we got the wood walls, I think having the lodge wood floor would be pretty cool. Why... How do we get it to be a square, though? There must be something for that. Snap along barriers. Use T-junction. That is very interesting. Oh, square edges. It was right there. This will make things so much more easier. Maybe we don't do that one. So we'll keep this one. We're gonna have to do a little modification on that. Alright. That looks good. And we'll just fix this up. Well, are we okay with the single bay? And then the larger one? Yeah, I think that would look nice. Now let's get the habitat enclosure setup done. Not the habitat enclosure, the barriers. Since we are going for that wood look here. Would you like to tell me why? I might need to shift this over. Yeah, we might have to do something like that. As for the walls, let's go... Just for now, we might have to change this. Because I do not know... For the animal that I'm thinking here. And again, it's help from a wonderful subscriber. They had suggested... Sloth Bear was one, but oh my gosh, I can't remember the name of the other. I'm gonna check that in a second here. The Sun Bear, yeah. It just came to me right now. So we're gonna try. I'm gonna see if I have the DLC for that actually, before anything else. I don't know if they were DLC animal or not, but we are gonna make sure. I only got a few of the DLCs because I am pretty late to the Planet Zoo game, and so I did grab a few DLCs to just... Maybe I should have done... I can do this, and then... something like that. Maybe that wasn't the best idea. Yes, there we go. I'm gonna have to change these to null. Should have probably done that right now. We'll do that right here at least. not the most perfect alignment. What we'll have to do maybe is... Can I move this a little forward? I believe... Yeah, so we're still within the floor and not... This is a little bit of overlap. I do know that this won't come out that much, so we will build a custom barrier here. Not the best job, to be honest, but it's a start right now. Yeah, nice. You know we're gonna have to get this higher up as well. Can I change this gate actually? Awesome. Although not the biggest fan of what's going on there. Oh, cool. Okay. Actually, if I move this just a little bit over so that sinks in, that'll also not help that. But it's all about those aesthetics sometimes. Okay, so there's still going to be a little bit of... We're going to have to add a trim on the door, is what I'm thinking. Yeah. We'll do something like that. Maybe this door style wasn't the best. But you know what? I'm a fan. It's going to work for us. And we'll create some custom flooring for that as well. So I was thinking about doing custom for this section, but because they do have the wooden path, it really does look well. It might look a little too blended with the walls, is what I'm thinking right now. The roof will have to be different, but there's gonna have to be some kind of trim on this wall because there's a lot of blending going on right now, or it's gonna look like a cabin. So let's go ahead. Let's get our animal actually. Let's see if we have the sun bear and get that in. I hope we do. That would be awesome. If we don't, we'll think of an alternative for the bear. Is this the one that's near the water, I'm guessing? Well, once it's done, they'll be fine. I'm not gonna remove that just yet. I think she's enjoying it, so... Yeah, Najwa. I think Batara's stuck. Yeah. He looks happy though. Alright, so let's see if we have the sun bear. I hope we do. Typed it in. Let's see, do I have to maybe... They gave me some options when I click this. Okay, so we've got the Formosan. Formosan? Hoping that's how you say that. Black bear. These guys are cool. They will need a lot of space. If I got even 4 of them. 4. Yeah, they will need a lot of space. And at least 15,000 if I want 4 of the black bears. What was my other options here? Since we are just a, apex predator reserve zoos, I'm not too worried about certain animals being from different regions, like the Himalayan brown bear might be fitting for a specific type of zoo. These guys are cool. Wow. They're giant, aren't they? So they need way less space. And nothing on climbing. The Formosan definitely needed some more. Interesting. And what are our other options? I believe we had... And the classic grizzly bear. Sorry guys, I was trying to fix something off my computer. This is definitely an option. So it's the Formosan black bears that need the most space, which I think we made quite the large habitat for them. Pretty similar to some, like most of the stats, pretty similar to the Himalayan bear. The question is, which one do we go for? This is tricky. A grizzly bear is, you know, I'm familiar with these guys. Having gone to Yosemite and many of these kind of places and having them, you know, be nearby as well. Been hearing about grizzly bears most of our lives. But the Himalayan brown bear is so cool. Critically endangered? Wow. 150 to 200 left. And they're in Pakistan. Okay. To give some love to them, might have to do that. And these guys are just so cool. This is tricky. I did not realize. There's another thing I actually need to check. Okay, so 1 to 2. Make sure this is the Formosan. Yeah. Also 1 to 2. So I'm assuming they're all going to be pretty similar in this aspect. Yeah. Okay. 6.4 feet long. They're big. Big guys. Okay. 1.6 meters. And it was a Himalayan bear. So, same thing like the, was it the Formosan? No, it was the, oh, who were you similar to? I think it was a grizzly bear, right? I think I'm gonna go for these guys. They're just so cool. Let's make sure I have the habitat for them. Not sure what that means. Okay, so land area. What is incomplete? Is it this? Was it that? What is not connected properly? Something is off here. Okay, that's it right there. Nice. That was gonna bother me. Okay. Yeah, I assumed we had a lot of space. Almost 50,000 feet. Wow. I mean, yeah. That's large. But it's a bear, right? I know they're saying, oh, you only need that much, but I just feel like I want to give these guys the biggest homes possible. As I say that, you look over at the crocodile area, the habitat. It's pretty small. This was a practice just to see what is possible, and for me to make a smaller version, just habitat, was much easier to learn based off, because the lynx, look at these guys. There's just 2 of them and they have all of this space, but you've seen how fast they run. Let's check up on them. Look at them. Just playing, hanging off things. They're so awesome. But yeah, I just want to give these guys as much space as I can. Okay, so we'll go ahead. Get these guys in. And they are critically endangered. We gotta give some love. I'm curious to see... Oh, yeah. That's fair. That is fair. Not the biggest fan of that. Kind of strange. Would really have to even that out, but this path kind of gets buried. You know what? We can make this better. No reason to make it difficult for ourselves. And we'll just come and line up that terrain. Since this isn't really messing with the Eurasian Links area, it should be fine. Making a sort of mountain range on the back of this, I think will be so cool. We should have been doing that to begin with. We'll definitely do that. Yeah, I don't like the way that's connecting. Let's see. Sometimes I really got to get used to these controls on Planet Zoo. And just to give them some more viewpoints for the Eurasian links, it'd be kind of nice to have this little circle. Maybe building some nice lanterns or something right in the center right here. Looks like a great spot for that. And just having this go all the way around. I hope, yeah, that should be enough vision. I wish I didn't do this, but that'll be fine. Now our Himalayan brown bear should be able to come over here. What is your name? Devanash? I swear guys, these guys are always challenging me with the names. And we've got a male, I believe. We just need a healthy female. Yeah. Let's wait. I'm curious to see how large they are. Because these bay entrances might not be large enough. Alright, so while we're waiting for that, we will get a custom door in, add a railing right here, because it is not going to be very safe. Let's go ahead and start that right now. Railing or fence? No. There we are. Okay. Is this the largest that goes sideways? That one is, okay. Not sideways, but vertical. Where are you guys walking to? Excuse me? Alright, here he comes. I would like to see how high he sits up so that I can make this appropriately so that, you know, no one gets mauled by a bear. You don't want that. They are ruthless in that manner. Oh, and my gosh, this fence needs to be fixed too. Okay, so the bay, before anything, we need to raise this. There is a button, I believe, that will... Yes. That should be fine. Oh, you're so cool. Welcome. Oh, you know what? There we go. A very friendly face. Look at you. You're so cool. You need a lot of things, actually. And so, since I have you here, I'm just going to quickly pause this. I had the 4x2. Okay. Yeah, that should be perfectly fine. I wonder if he sits up, because if he tries to sit on his, I believe they're hind legs, or stand it, sorry, stand on his hind legs, he's definitely going higher than that, right? We are gonna have to make that quite large. Would I just be better off putting this one, actually? Are you cool with that? Yeah, we're gonna have to do that. Okay. Make that black so it's more visible. And do I have angle snap? Yes. Because our guest safety is very important. Make sure that doesn't stick out of the roof. Okay. Not sure why the null barrier is showing right now. Okay. We'll go ahead and just get a cover on that. Do I have wood panels? Not panels, but pillars maybe? That look cool. This is pretty cool. Change that to... yeah, like that. Something like this. Just have it come up a little bit more. Add at the end here as well. And maybe get something, get a metal bar going off the top. Yeah. I think that'll work for us. I think I was saying something earlier. Oh, about the DLCs. So I did grab a few when I first originally got this game. And just grab them based on what I saw, not doing much research. And when I realized that, you know, they are releasing Planet Zoo 2, I really wanted to, you know, focus on getting that as well. Make that into a senior group. And to save, you know, time and money for that when that time comes. And I'm hoping that does arrive pretty soon. I hope. Okay, I hope I'm lined up there. And now, make sure that actually lines up. Yeah. Isn't that wonderful? I'm actually gonna come to this side first and see what it looks like when I do that. Okay. There we go. Isn't it awesome when it works out like that? Just line that up a little bit. Yeah, I might have to do those custom floors just to match it with the fence. All the way here first. How's that? I think that's a pretty cool idea, actually. You guys will let me know. And we will get your environment, enrichment, all of that set up right now, buddy. Get this covered up so you have a bit of a hard shelter. This would be cool. So I was thinking about adding some kind of like rock feature in the back here. We'll definitely have to do that. I was trying to see how I can turn off my angle snap. I don't know if this would be the best idea right here though. We're gonna have to mess around with that. Let's for now tree scatter feeder. That's pretty cool. We'll get you some water. Here's your food tray. Ooh, yes. Just to start them out, and then we'll organize it a little bit better. Something to play with as well. You like these? I did not know that. That's cool. Oh, you guys are gonna need education boards. There's so much when you introduce a new animal. You realize like, oh, I need to do this. Oh, I need to do this. So trying to keep up with it all, not overwhelming myself, can be a challenge. But once everything's done, like you guys saw with that crocodile habitat, it's so worth it. And climbing, let's just get this one in for now, and then we'll make it a lot better once we're finished with this. Okay, so I want to get some flooring here to really sell the whole look that this is where he comes to sleep. Roofs and floors. Okay. What do we go for? We will be putting those beddings, like the leaf and dead leaves, I believe, down, just so he's familiar with it. There's a lot of wood flooring going on here, so maybe not doing that. I think just putting in plaster will be kind of nice. This is pretty cool though. If I want to just keep going on the whole wood aesthetic, I think I'm gonna do this. Get yeah, that's kind of fun. Does that look a little too... It's too busy. Sorry guys. Once I saw it down and all over, it just wasn't working for me. Asphalt, that's the roof. Yeah, I think this one. Get them all in and then separate the group. I think I stuck an extra one there. Yeah. I didn't pick up anything I don't need. Okay. And go ahead and just sink that in a bit. Yeah. Maybe if I take the terrain tool. Where's our friend at? Where'd you go? Please tell me you didn't escape. Oh. Oh my goodness. You're kidding me. Alright, you are the coolest. You are so cool. Look at this guy. Okay, we are gonna have to add some education boards. Yeah, I would hope you have the best view. Look at him. Okay. Maybe we stick one right here. Is this... Do I have position snap on? I do. That makes sense. I would like... just align to surface on. Yeah. When it comes to the sound, it shouldn't be intruding on this side or on our wolves. Yeah. I wonder if they will actually come into this. Right as I said that. Let's see if we can add a few additional. I don't want you guys to feel like you're alone. Oh, nice. Got a healthy female. And I will need to get a roof on this, as well as some bedding. We'll make another like just open shelter for them over here. Maybe we have that option. Something cool. Do like these. Got a similar cement floor too. These are really nice as well. Don't believe I've used that, but not gonna work for us here. Whoa. I have not seen the frozen fruit and fish cubes before. You're definitely adding that. Right. Let's get our roof in as well as a door, and here comes our female friend. I didn't check what her name was though. Find out right now. Adia? Oh my gosh, she just went running. Oh, are you just ready to go play? You're so cool too. Oh, they're fantastic. Big fan of this. You know what I didn't really realize is they are carnivorous, of course, but are they considered threatened by numerous factors, including... Makes me sad when you see that an animal is critically endangered. Whenever I see that on anything in the Zoopedia, pretty disheartening. This is just terrible right here. Often killed by humans. This is... yeah, I'm not trying to be a downer. If you guys want to read that, I'm not reading that. That's just sad. Killed by protection. So I'm just trying to see what they're, you know, how much of an apex predator they are. Not seeing too much about that though. They're just so lovely, and honestly, they deserve a spot in the zoo. Although, I did check out what the sun bear looks like online. And Violet Pixie Diva was wondering if we can get that animal into the Apex Reserve. I believe that would have been very appropriate for this zoo. However, I don't have that animal, sadly. I believe it's in one DLC that I don't have. And they're just so cool. The sun bear, their faces are a lot more thinner, but they've got... I think the sun bear name is so appropriate. I'm so happy they're sitting in here. Okay, we do have to really make this spot look a lot better. In like Planet Coaster 2, I will... Oh, he's sleeping. He or she. One of them is sleeping. Oh. So, like, very human-like action sometimes. I've definitely gone out of my bed like that before. Not walk like that, though, afterwards, but I have definitely laid and got off my bed like that. Okay, let's get a roof in before I just keep getting distracted. We'll get a door in right here as well. I keep getting sidetracked. I'll talk about something and then I'll see something like our bear friend there just taking a nap. But the sun bear looks so cool. It's got a very yellow, orangish type of snout in front of the face. They look awesome. Okay. Yeah, I understand from the DLCs, you get a lot more options. Being that this game has been out since, I believe, 2019? Something like that. We've kind of limited ourselves a bit. But once that Planet Zoo 2 comes out, I'm not hesitating on any of the DLCs. I don't know if the weird is the right word, but I just don't know if it would make sense for me to buy all the DLCs when all Planet Zoo 2 is about to come out. It's the same thought I had with Planet Coaster 2. I've been getting their DLCs left and right, but I never really played the first Planet Coaster, and so I really didn't get the DLCs. But the DLCs in Planet Coaster 1 are amazing. Like, amazing. So I hope Planet Coaster 2 gets somewhere near to that level. I think we're just gonna go for this because I am having so much trouble on finding out what... We're just finding a door that is gonna fit what we need here. And it's not gonna fit in our wall. So we'll have to add some kind of trim in here as well. Just have it come a little bit to the side. Yeah, every time I just move it a little bit over, it goes on to the other. You know what I can do, actually? Just to really sell it. Make it look like it's open. Since it's not fitting perfectly. Yeah, I like that idea. We'll do that. Are you guys walking towards that gate like you're gonna go right through? Okay. And a roof. Did we go for the flat roof? Or the pitched roof? I feel like a pitched roof, but maybe 1 meter would be totally fine. I'm trying my hardest to stay away from the just anything wood kind of roof style. It's difficult. Yeah, this, like, really want to put this on. What does it look like? Tell me that wouldn't be cool, especially in that color. I do think we use this roof though on the other side. So we'll try to use something else. We use that roof on the crocodile habitat. Slate roof could work. That is really nice. It does seem kind of fitting for the bear habitat. Okay, and we should have the... yes. You know what I just realized? I need a flat roof as well to put under this because that doesn't make so much sense there. Yeah, okay. I'm going to put all this down and then separate it from the group. Just raise it up. Let's just see what that looks like before we... It is kind of odd. Is it actually? I just feel like it could be raised up a little bit. Let me try this idea I have. And you guys let me know what you think. Do we have a flat slate roof maybe? Actually, okay, so we have a 4x2. I put the glass part right here. But before I do that, this is asphalt. Metal. Yeah, there we are. So slate roof, okay. Maybe if I go to this flat roof part, we'll find it. Awesome. Okay. This doesn't seem entirely right. We have a better option. Maybe one with the wood like interior or inside piece. We might have to do this actually. And then we'll add the glass right in the center. Pattern is kind of cool. Go ahead and walk inside and see what that looks like. That is kind of cool. I hope that's not going to be a problem for them though. Like, as much as I'm like, that looks cool for us, is that an appropriate hard shelter for them though? That's the issue. I don't know if those sounds are, you know, you're bothered by it. We'll have to see. We'll see if it causes any issues. Because I could make these diagonal and then 2 diagonal see-through. Or just these 2. I don't have to think about that. What? Really? They need some privacy, my friend. What's your name? Emil? Emil, you might need to go. They need a little privacy. Okay. We gotta have a education board in here. It only makes sense. Right here. They are trying to nap, but we'll make it not too loud. Just right about there. So it's a start. Not the best backstage, so if I wanted to continue that, I would add a keeper hut right here. Extend that out. Maybe put a door right in here, actually. I would like to experiment with that, just to see what we're capable of doing. Or maybe I have it on this side, actually, and have the keeper hut connected on the back side here. Yeah, this needs a custom wall as well. What level is this? 4? Okay. And what do the bears need? I really hope it wasn't a 6. It was a 4. Okay. Climb proof. Yeah, these are climb proof, I believe. This needs to be better. Something like that. Make this look a little better too. Not too bad. Could create this and have it go all the way around. I think that would be even better. But that'll take some time. So another thing I can do off camera, so you guys don't have to see that tedious work. Be kind of boring. Are you sleeping with the cube of meat? I love that. Is this a cube of meat though? It's a ball. That's where my head was at. That's crazy. But tell me that is not the cutest thing. Like, is this the female? It is. Adia is just like, I love this toy. It's just like a kid, right? It's their favorite plush toy or something and they want to sleep with it. Oh, I love this. These guys are awesome. Okay, they need a much better habitat. They need some water features. Things just need to be better for them. So, a lot of these things I added just for the sake of having for them at the moment. I would like to build a kind of cool rock feature back here. We'll have it just right around here. Since we don't really have a scaling option in this game, we're going to make sure we get the largest rocks there are. Temperate rock. I said largest rock and I find the smallest rock there is. That was the... I like tropical rocks because they are darker. Tundra rock. Then yeah, this is, of course, the volcanic rock. I think our temperate rock is going to be the best option here. Before I do that, we have to just double check Asia, Taiga, and Tundra. Okay, so nothing to do with temperate. We don't want to make that mistake. Tundra and Taiga are the options here. And we have that. Awesome. So, a lot lighter than I was hoping, but I think it should be totally fine. We don't want to put the wrong kind of material in their environment. Let's turn off our align to surface because we're gonna cover this whole wall up. We'll make a cool little rock wall here and then just extend that out or copy it over. This is where I miss this scaling option. Because I could take like 3, 4 of these, just maybe even 2 or 3, and make a whole wall out of it. What else do we got? Ooh, this is nice. Make sure it's hanging on something here. And I do need to cover that up. Did not know this existed. Really coming along here. I could change this to the null wall, which I think I'm gonna have to do because I am gonna just keep adding rocks. It's just not gonna look that great. Maybe okay. I have definitely added more than enough. Is that all of them? Hope so. Go ahead and group that and move it over. Seems kind of natural. And we'll just come right in here. Yeah, that's a nice little backdrop. Yeah, now that I'm really looking at the habitat, I understand why you don't need to make a 50,000 square foot habitat. Because then you've got so much room to just work with that you don't need. We'll go ahead and get a path over here. And I think I can make something similar to this. Just keep it kind of going. I like the way it just sinks into the rocks. Bet you if I move this a little forward and over, there you go. Easy fix on that little cover up, although nobody's really going to see that. All right, and right here we can add a kind of a cool water feature for them. To dig down a little bit. Move this as well because if I just move this, that will fix that situation there. We're really gonna have to organize this. It is looking a bit wild. Okay, so I think if this is all just water, that would be kind of cool. Maybe add I think it's just a waterfall feature. I'm gonna add a ramp. What does this mean? Hope you guys like this. And we'll just make this soil. sure what was in those. We're gonna have to move that. Regardless. Let me move those right now. Oh, that was a toy. Hope it's not too deep. We will find out. How can I... Special effects. There we go. Just type in water. Maybe that'll make it easier. This is the bottom. Not really seen that area. That was the bottom. Mid section. I'm not entirely sure what direction that's coming out of. We are going to make this make sense as to why there's water coming out of these rocks. Or at least I'm hoping we can make sense out of this. Oh my goodness. Okay, we need to check that. Baby brown sprayers are officially in the habitat. They're going to be so cute. Not the greatest waterfall. Is it? Oh my gosh, welcome. They look like something I'm trying to think. Nicole? Oh, you're so cute. And the brother and sister. That's so cool. Hiraka? You guys, I'm telling you, Planet Zoo is trying to test me on these names. I'm telling you. Okay. That is kind of cool. Yeah, you're really seeing it from this side. Why am I doubting myself? That is so cool. That's our first waterfall in the game. I am kind of happy with it. I don't know why I'm doubting myself, but it's really cool. We'll just fill in these gaps around here. Make it look a little bit more natural as well. I think if we just add some... I don't know if they'll actually be okay with moss covered rocks. We won't do that. What are these? Oh, those are tiny. That is not going to work for us. Okay. If I just sink these in right about there. Create this natural... I don't want to say lagoon, but... just as if this little pond is formed around a rock region. Rocks. Is it me or are the wolves very local today? Local? I meant vocal. One of you is just howling, and I hope you're okay. Let's actually just click on your habitat. They seem fine. Habitat item, available food. I think that just went up, right? They're adding some food. Yeah. Okay. Very nice. Or crocodile doing? What do you mean you suppose the view is fine? Look at this. And then right here, well, I mean, that's on you guys. There's this awesome open space over here for you to use. You guys are just choosing to, you know, pick this awesome viewing area. I don't know. I'm not sure why they're not really going down there as much. I mean, they walk through it. You guys saw in the beginning of the episode, they do hang out there for a bit. But I'm pretty surprised. We're gonna have to look into that. We have a whole family here. Mom, dad, brother, and sister. Is that not the Bernstein Bears? Somebody will let me know. Somebody's got to correct me on that. Okay. We're gonna have to make this look kind of cool. And I believe if I go into habitat, there was the... a rock. Yeah, these guys. Can I maybe hide a shelter in here as well? Just for them to have a little private spot. Something like that. And if we... like that. And there was a climbing rock thingy. Yeah, this... have that going a little bit like that. What's going on? Are you stuck? They're loving this. I was thinking about moving it, but I've seen them go on this climbing platform so much now. I might have to keep it there. This just looks silly, so it needs to be a little bit more organized. So they are Asia, and that's the continent, and the biomes were taiga and tundra. Do I have... right over here. You guys have seen this in the first episode of this reserve. We talked about this blueprint. The workshop code is in the description of that episode if you guys want to grab them yourself, but very helpful when you want to really upskill your habitats. And the creator did a wonderful job of, you know, labeling it as well. We'll give some love to that blueprint because, like you're seeing right now, it saves a lot of time. And honestly, tell me this doesn't look awesome and very fitting for what we are trying to go for here. Something like that right around the water. This one is a bit random looking now, isn't it? I think if we bring a few more around it, it'll look more appropriate. Right here, Asia Taiga. Oh my gosh, I just want to grab all these. Can I do that actually? Really? Okay. I don't want to merge them and then... yeah, we'll just have to pick them up by hand. No worries. Not like we're walking there. Can't be that lazy. I think something like this right next to the water would be really nice. Yeah. Well's right here. Get one more of them. Either this guy, oops. This one, and I'm really leaning towards this one because I'm a big fan of those. It looks like it's just autumn pine trees, something like that. Kind of cluttered my area, haven't I? Be back here because it's looking a little not too greenish. Make sure we don't cover too much of your shelter there. Yeah, that's kind of the look I was going for, or wanted to go for. I think that looks awesome. I'll get this path to come here just a little bit and maybe have something like a shop over here. Let's go ahead and do that. What was that? Why'd you get moved over? Were you stuck? That might have been the reason. Let's make sure. I suppose the view of the Himalayan here is not great at all. Really? Because if I come here, I can see in there, but they're just not really hanging out in this area, are they? I see them all the way in the back. And since we built the other shelter, I think they've been sleeping over there. This is the male? Yeah. Devonish. We gotta get the babies to hang out over here, because I think the guests will really like to see that. It's not the largest, like, hard shelter, but I'm pretty proud of what we've built for our first time of building this kind of hard shelter. Because we did build this, and it is very simple. The gate's right there, connects to the path. It's as simple gets. And this was the more complicated part of it. And huge shout out to another YouTuber by the name of Adam Up. They have amazing tutorials on Planet 2, so you guys should check him out if you ever get a chance. I'm very proud of this. This is really cool. And did you put food in here? Okay, so there was something I needed to do. I want to build some more climbing platforms. Just want to get the path extended out here as well. And then maybe we make something right here. Is where maybe it is a tricky game playing with the pad system in this game. Okay, we'll have something cool there. I still haven't put an exhibit in the game, so definitely need to take care of that. I know we were talking about putting that right here. I think I'm still going to do that. And we'll put some kind of shop or restaurant over there. Don't believe we have a restaurant in our zoo yet either. We've got a bathroom, a snack corner that is overly crowded. Another staff zone there. Yeah, we are kind of neglecting our guest right now. And he's doing maintenance. Let's get an educator over here. I should be able to have your staff zone. Let me see. We do need a staff zone or keeper hut maybe right about here, which is kind of where we said we will put it. Have a door connected this way. That's not good. That should be totally fine now. Not sure why my exit is not exiting, or escape button is not escaping. Do I need to get a new keyboard? I hope not. I will. Good excuse to get a new keyboard though. Okay. And we just need to put some kind of plants here. Go ahead and filter. Well as the taiga. We're gonna focus on taiga. I believe tundra was the other option. Let's see here. If I something like that. We just add a few plants around it. Doing something as, you know, simple as this, I really believe goes such a long way. This brings something like a little pond like that really to life. Yeah. That's the spread. I need to get you guys some more hanging out spots. Why is that so cool? Like that. Yeah. And we'll get some Himalayan pines because, as you guys have heard too many times, the pine tree is my favorite. I'm out here as well. It looks a little too uniform, to be honest. So let's go ahead and bring a little color maybe to that. This would be kind of cool over here. Love this. I'm gonna have to put another one of those toys down because they really love it. This is a very interesting kind of rock, and I'm kind of intrigued to put this here. Although if I probably have lily pads, it'd probably be better. Kind of looks odd the way I did that. I'm sure there's a much better way to do that. Were you about to scratch your butt on the trunk? Because I saw that. That would have been hilarious. Okay. And if it was up to me, I would just keep filling up these areas with foliage. That's not gonna look too well. These are nice. What do you guys think? They're not really coming over here, are they? Is it because not much of a ramp? Is it too deep, maybe? Could I maybe add something here to persuade them to come on this side? Okay, so just did a quick fact checking for myself. The Himalayan bear are omnivores, and even though being omnivores, they will prey on smaller mammals and aren't exactly the most dangerous, but do have that element in them at times. So we haven't completely I don't want to say failed, but we haven't completely messed up the whole Apex Reserve vibe, because at the end of the day they will prey on small mammals. And honestly, if this is what I wanted to see. I love that. Just I hope you don't get stuck. That's so cute. You know, if you mess with a mama bear, she will not be happy and will turn into that apex predator that you don't want to mess with. I think that goes for any bear, any certain mammals in that matter. But being that they are omnivores, this should be totally fine. This is just like the red pandas and some other bear that we had that was doing the same thing, hanging out on top of the hard shelter. Okay, so I want to get you guys some more toys. I wonder if you'll like that. Get the rubbing pillar and prey scented sack. Yeah, we're not... A prey scented sack is not going to be an option for, you know, a herbivore. Unless it is. No, it's not. So I think we are all good. Although the Himalayan brown bear's main source of food will be plants and fruits and many other herbs and such. So that is mainly their diet. Out of our whole zoo, these guys are kind of funny. Like, they're next to the crocodiles. These guys are intimidating. But if you were to see a brown bear in the wild, sure, you're going to be like, that's cool, but it is going to be kind of scary. Because you know what they're capable of. Even if it's the Himalayan brown bear, it's a black bear, any kind of bear, they really can do things, you know? Okay, so I'm seeing that they love climbing, and I really would like to give them more climbing options. Could probably blend this one into this. The backside there. I think that looks pretty cool. And we have maybe a... Yeah, that is large. Oh my goodness. Yeah, can't do that one. The baby juvenile bears will love this. We'll get 2 in there for ya. And I'm really feeling like putting some kind of pond here as well. I think that would be kind of cool. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I had to fix my audio. I'm really stuck on the idea of putting some kind of pond here. So we can make a very small one, maybe. See if that will actually be enough. Yeah, okay. Is that maybe too big of a pond? I know I said small, but that does look pretty large. But you guys know bears do love to hang out near water, especially when plants are growing around. something like a pond or down a river. And so kind of being able to replicate that environment, I think would be a lot of fun. Let's maybe get let's see if we can use the other blueprint rock set. Maybe I should pay attention to where I'm moving the camera. Just started going backwards. Okay, taiga, Asia taiga, yeah. This is one that we haven't used yet. We'll see what that looks like. If it's not that great, we'll go with that one over there with the more flat rocks. I'm bearing that in a little bit, and what I'm gonna do is remove the trees on some of these. This is kind of the look I wanted to go for. Today, that is such a smart idea. Taking the tiger rock and sticking the crowberry bush on top of it, as if it's just overgrown. I love getting blueprints sometimes, because it really kind of expands your own creativity. It gives you an idea of what you can do. Because I can take what they did there. Yeah, that looks so cool. Why don't we think about this? Thing is, you don't need to do a lot, right? Sunken in mine quite a bit, but I do like it. Kind of subtle. We'll do that for now, but I think it's really cool. Gives me a good idea. And I think I would like to kind of keep this look going as well. Like that. Take a whole set, you've got yourself a much larger bush. I think there's a bit of an angle here. Yeah. I do feel like I might be sinking these in a little more than they need to. In certain areas like that, maybe we just, do that. Yeah. Sorry if I keep rotating my camera a little bit too fast here. I try to get a certain angle and then just get a little finicky. But I do like the way that looks. And we can probably do things like this in. It'd be kind of cool if, fish were just hopping out of this. Do we have some, kind of cool water effects that might... I think, yeah, if I had a bit of a waterfall thing there, this would be awesome. This is just... Yeah, I would love to put this, but it would need to make sense. Why the water is moving like that, where is it coming from? All of that. You know, we could say that there is a water system that the zoo has created with a water pipe going under here, going to the facility, and they have mimicked a water situation, whatever you might call that, right? Yeah, something like that. There was the, not this foam, but the water rapids. Is that too extreme though? Yeah, this is a little bit lighter. It's sticking out a little bit too much. I kind of like that. Okay, so I would like to actually have some more just rocks at the base here. Yeah, I like that. And then you got the simpler one right here. Or the base being simple. I'm a big fan of that. That looks cool. Okay, how are our bears doing in general? We spent about an hour and a half in just creating their habitat, their first time making a hard shelter like that. These guys are awesome. And they seem to be doing well. I don't think they had any more juveniles. The whole family's hanging out. I mean, is that not a thumbnail right there? I would remove this, but the way he's sitting, she's just here. I know this is the guy. I told you, it's the guy. And then, what's going on, Adia? Trying to move this over? Oh, it drops? Okay. That's really cool. I would like to get you another one of these. And maybe we place it right here. Let's see what the zoo looks like. It is very small. We gotta cover up this staff village as well, but we have our timber wolf, the Eurasian lynx, our saltwater crocodile, and now the Himalayan brown bear. I think it's pretty cool. The footprint is quite small though. And right here, I wanted to add an exhibit. Let's see. Do we maybe go for one that is already existing in the game? Habitat barriers. Animal exhibits, okay. I mean, we could do this. I believe I had downloaded this off the workshop a long time ago. What's going on there? Why can't you... You're fine there, but... Is it because... I see. This would definitely be the largest thing here. And I believe this kind of exhibit is meant for, you know, flying species. So we're not going to be able to get a snake in that. Could get one in the terrarium building. We'll just have to actually remove some of these trees here. And we could make a custom one, but is something I really would like to learn about. This is the, I believe, the custom flying exhibit. And this is just your traditional exhibit. Okay. Do we try to figure this out? So let's say I made a... something like that. You'll be able to have 4 of them around there. And if you have something through the center. What was that sound? There's some weird sound back there. Let me just see what they've done actually. This is something different. Just check on our notifications. Educational item placed too far. Okay. Good to know. That is an easy fix. Not sure why the screen just came. Okay, do we just do something like that? Look at him just hanging up there. That's so cool. Underpriced, that is totally fine. We are all for animals sanctuary reserve here. Any money you choose to spend goes to preserving animal life. Which, if I'm saying that, I should make the ticket prices more expensive, right? Shouldn't be that cheap. Although, if more come in, more exposure at a lower price, I think that would be the goal from a business standpoint. Although, this bench needs to move because we're going to get our path here. Although, I can't say business standpoint because we're not a... this is not a business type of environment. Yep. Exactly what I wanted to do here. That needs to be fixed. That is going to be a problem for us. I am not sure why my escape button is not responding. That is so odd. Okay, we're going to just quickly align our terrain here. If I just go ahead and smooth that, be a little bit more graceful looking. And we'll go right back into the path. Isn't that just silly? Do we have to maybe... Yeah. Have to fill that in with some cool plants or something. Okay. It is a bit of a strange pathing system we got here. We will really have to fill that in. Okay. Now, let's get right off the bat. There's a yellow anaconda. Of course we gotta get the yellow anaconda. Now, I believe... One to two, okay. Make sure they have everything they want. Okay, climate. Come up a little bit, as well as humidity. Hopefully that's fitting. Humidity's good. Climate 77 degrees. 82%. Okay. And as for the back wall, that's why I left this gap. Let's see which one that is. Wow, that was lucky. Yeah, I wanted to have this kind of mimicked on each wall. Keep these open. Let's try to see what our other options are here. Where is it? Oh, right there. That's cool. And I'll do that at the end once we got everybody in there. Get the educational speakers and boards. Do we just do all snakes? That'd be kind of cool. These guys are awesome as well, though. This is gonna be tough. The Goliath bird eater. Now, what's the story on these guys? Venomous lizard. Okay. Hunting and cannot. So they do hunt. Okay. What is that noise? What? Okay, so these guys are pretty cool. I think we're gonna go for them. The Gila or Gila? Then we'll get another snake in as well. I mean, your name is Gila Monster, right? Kind of hard to not adopt you. A little bit better temperature, lower humidity. We'll let that change up. Is it window 1 again, I hope? Nope. Nice. Okay. I believe I can actually get better food somewhere here. Okay, let's check the temperature really fast. So a little bit higher. Humidity is right at the cusp. Not bad. So 15, 25. 95 to 180. Okay, that's perfect. Let's get another snake in. And the diamondbacks are... they're pretty cool. I don't have too big of a problem with snakes. My dad, however, does not like them. He's pretty scared of them. And I don't like spiders. But he doesn't mind spiders. I just do not like spiders. I know they're great for you. Not for us, personally, like a health thing, but they're good to have in a home, actually. However, I have not gotten used to them since I was a kid. Venomous, dangerous for males or larger than females. Okay, so we'll do the Western Diamondback. These guys are really cool. And a male is ready to go. Those wolves. I don't know if it was a smart idea to have the wolves anymore. Kind of second guessing that. There he is. Can I get in there? Yeah. Yeah, they're really cool. Okay. Of course, gotta have some hiding spaces. Temperature's good. Let's get that back window. So if that was 1, 2, this has got to be 3, right? Yes. Awesome. Glad that worked out. I believe I did not actually... That's what I needed. Now, got 2 lizards and a snake. What do we do for the 4th? Just go through this. Boa constrictor? I mean, I would really like to add that. Is this a common death adder? These guys are really cool too. I mean, the snake options are endless in this. Do not like these guys. No. Just no, no, no. You guys ever seen the Scorpion King with The Rock? I forget. There's another actor. That's not with Brendan Fraser, right? I do not recall if Brendan Fraser was in the Scorpion King. But yeah, it was tough to watch that movie. I'm really leaning towards the boa constrictor and the common death adder. I mean, these guys are so cool. You have your Zoopedia here, maybe? Confused as to why it is not giving me an option. There it is, okay. Should have checked. Oh, welfare issues, okay. That's on me. Cancel that out. So temperature's good, humidity needs to be brought up 60 to 80. To 70, right in the middle for you. There you are. Oh, you're so cool. All coiled up. Still in the same spot. Where are you at? Are you hiding right now? Oh, you're under the rock. You're definitely hiding. I mean, you are so cool. Oh, and then we do need to get some education boards. I believe he is larger. Anaconda is generally larger than the boa constrictor, right? That's just based off not much knowledge. Okay, let's go ahead. Get some education boards down right here. I'll fix those in just a second. Just getting them down for now. Okay. Excuse me there, sir. Don't mind me. There's so many people in this area right now that it is slightly causing me a bit of lag. That's pretty funny. Yeah. kind of glad we went for the custom, just because this is not the Diamondback, right? Oh, it is, yes. Okay. And this is our Gila? Maybe there's a pronunciation feature in the game, like they have in Jurassic World 3. That feature is so helpful for myself. I don't have to embarrass myself too much in front of you guys. Okay. Now, having made this shape, it's cool. But how do you make it look like an actual building that's appropriate? I know what I can do here actually is we can try to make a... Question is, what kind of wall do we want to use? And then once I've gotten that decided, hopefully it becomes a little easier after that. Yeah, so I was thinking if I put arches like that, I think that would be really fun. So we can definitely do that, but on the inside at least, we do need to have the just straight flat walls. I mean, I'm trying to think I should match the aesthetic, but being reptiles and snakes and such, is there a wall pattern that might match that kind of? I don't know why I'm thinking this could work, but no. Now that I'm looking at it, maybe not. How about... Okay. The first one that I had placed down was actually not too bad of an option. What is this? Dry stone wall? Yeah. That's not really going through the wall, is it? Kind of is. Not over here, not over here. Kind of over here. Wonder what that's about. And just like I had said before, that's interesting. It is... Okay. We do have to move those if we're doing this idea. Now what would be cool is if, you know, you bring these out to like this. And then I'll show you guys what I'm thinking about right in a second here. One interesting, like, corner thing it does there. Oh, sorry about that. And then you just go ahead and kind of connect a roof. Maybe to make this a little bit larger. Do something like that. Just so there's some breathing space. Okay. Now comes, for me, the most challenging thing is a roof. I would like to focus on a glass roof. It might not match the aesthetic entirely. Something I should have thought about. Could the wood slate roof work here though? Do we have the corner pieces? Yeah. Only thing is I wish... Let's see here. Copper would look kind of odd. Clay tile. I think clay tile is actually pretty cool. As long as we have the right corner pieces for it. See what that looks like. Are we okay with that color though? 4 meter in. And right up here, we can make a flat glass roof. This to black. What's that? Okay, so wondering if I just make one end glass, but maybe we just do the whole thing. Now let's go ahead, before we do anything else, and see what that looks like on the inside. Oh, I did not know the interior looks like that. I am very happy we went with those. They are so cool. Okay. Yeah, and these arches, you know, match the walls that are going around. Covering off this, and just a little, you know, breathing room as well as for these guys, so they're not just in a completely enclosed space. They've got this direct sunlight on each of their exhibits. I'm kind of glad we did this. This is a simple, quick build. Of course, I can add some trim and such, but do we have a sign maybe? Or exhibits? I hope so. We don't, huh? What if we have a snake, maybe? Do something like that. Or I could just type it out. Not type it out, but you guys know what I mean. And their art shapes. How large are these? You have the very large ones? Okay. Change that color in a second, actually. So we'll just do all uppercase. Did I spell that right? Exhibit? Yes. believe I did. Let's hope I did. Okay. Center it a little bit here. Change the color too while I was there. No. We go for more of a tan. This is kind of intimidating. Although it does match the interior of the roof, so we could do that. Yeah. That's not too bad actually. And then right on the edges here, you can get something like a snake. Did it? Do you have lizard? That's too bad. No worries. Wait, what is this? New world sign for snake? Yeah, not sure about that one. We'll just do a secondary and change it to... Oh, it's fine like that. Okay. Hello. Yeah. Alright, so just a quick little exhibit build. Not too bad. In the area that we did want it to go into. And the roof sort of matches our snack corner. Let's go ahead and check on all of our... Oh my goodness. Y'all are just having babies left and right? Or... what is going on here? I don't even... I was about to actually manually count them all. And I realized, you know, you could do this. So... Tara was our first crocodile in the exhibit. And Najwa, Dewi, and Wahyu. These are the parents. No, Wahyu was a mischievous kid, I'm pretty sure, right? Yes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 babies. Okay. That is interesting. Do they have like a lineage thing here? There you go. Okay, that makes it easier. 11 offspring. Wowzers. Patara. I mean, you are... I get it. You are the apex predator. That's really cool. I wonder, are the boys, are they going to be just as large as that? Because then we are going to have to start either freeing some of them or moving them into a much larger habitat. Let's go ahead and check on our friendly bears. The Bernstein bears. Alright, so Devinosh has got some awesome balance. Let's make sure. I don't want to hear any complaints. And of course, the view of the Himalayan. I mean, yeah, they're not currently in here. Oops. Got out of the wall here. You're kidding me. Another. We're gonna have to look into that. Okay. I believe that's Mama. Yes. Adia is sleeping. Baby's chilling. Let's just make sure you guys get enough food as well. This is pretty cool. And people aren't really coming here, but we will get them to come here once we build something here for our next attraction. attraction. That's not the right word. Wrong game. For our next habitat, I would like to get our most vicious, our most intimidating, just... This is the one that really, you know, is at the top of the food chain. Someone that people fear. I don't know. We're gonna have to look into it, or maybe you guys can help me decide on who our next carnivorous animal is. The next apex predator to call Apex Reserve their home. But this was fun, you guys. I had some fun today. Tried some new things. We got this type of hard shelter built out. Getting a lot more comfortable with the modular building in this game. Getting an idea of how to build, you know, these custom sceneries or scenes, and then using these scenery pieces. Loving that. Are you running from him? Right as we see that, it was like, he was like, I'm not messing around with that. And then we built our first exhibit, custom built. Not the most, you know, of course, detailed exhibit out there, but gives us an idea of what an exhibit layout can look like. You know, having this kind of shape, and then of course you can even let me get back in there, have them in the corners, and in the center you can have, you know, like a seating area or something like that, and the guests have an option of, you know, going in each corner and seeing an exhibit. I think that would be a really cool idea. Apparently I can't talk. A really cool idea for an exhibit layout. We really made the wolf's habitat large, but you know, it's right there. It's right at the start of the zoo. It had to be really cool. So I'm really happy with the way this turned out. I actually haven't given you guys a proper just ground view of this place. I know we came in here earlier. People are really walking into the this section of the habitat. It makes me really happy as well. And yeah, this is so cool. There's so many options now that I'm looking at this, the way you can lay these out. You can make this building go all the way out there and have different areas where this is a sleeping area. This might be a, you know, where the animals are taken care of, but obviously they're not being taken care of there, but you can create those environment, those scenes for them. Yeah, there's so many options. And then we'll just quickly head over here. Actually, I'm going to start here where we had ended the episode, because this is my favorite habitat in the area, just by the look of how the guests are seeing everything. I love the whole moat system right here. It's just so cool. And then we'll just head right over to our new habitat exhibit. It is crowded in the zoo, guys. How many guests do we have? 1,500? That's not too bad. So they have an option of 2 different entrances, and then yeah, we can put something in the center here, like a pillar that, like this side of the pillar can have the name of the anaconda, and then the boa constrictor on each end of this pillar. I think that would be something really cool. Of course, these are a few details I'll do off camera, because some of the modular building, once I get more comfortable, I think I'll be able to make them in a much more quicker manner as time goes on. But okay, sorry again about the audio. So 2 things I have to do off the camera after this episode is add some of the details and figure out why the escape button on my keyboard and some of the audio. Other than that, this was a lot of fun, guys. It really was. I had, again, so much fun in trying to figure out how these habitats work, how we can maneuver the guests to walk through the areas. There's so many different ways to do this, and honestly, the possibilities are endless. Just as I keep looking at it, I'm just learning, and I'm just actually seeing that, you know, instead of just having these paths go around here, as much as, you know, that is possible and gets the guest to, you know, be happy with it, you can get so much more creative. Create a little foliage garden. barrier between the path and the again, barriers of the wall of the exhibit or habitat. So again, there's so many cool things we're going to do. We are going to build our own custom zoo in the future here, all the way from scratch. So I'm looking forward to that. But thank you guys again so much for joining me in today's episode. Went off a little bit towards the end there. But again, thank you so much and had a lot of fun, and I hope you guys did too. I hope you're having a wonderful day as well as a wonderful week. Take care. Bye.